to the same size as letter paper, and then this will make a pocket. And I have some fun things to put on them. Okay, so here we have this layout. Maybe it seemed like there were like 3 in a row of very plain things. So we have this one, we have this one, and we have that. I'm going to go ahead and move this in here. Just move it around a little bit. So I don't have a formula as to how to do that. There have been times when I have taken and put everything in the same order. So they might have different fairy flower, you know, different flower fairies on each page, but then the next one would be a brown paper, and the next one would be some pretty printed, and then the next one would be music paper, or it would, you know, it would be consistent through all of them. That's not what I did this time. I didn't necessarily feel the need to do that, so that's good. All right. So they're not all the same width, so I'm just trying to even them up so that they're even in the middle, not out on the outside edges, because they're not going to be even on the outside edges when they're all different widths. And some of them are wider than others. Okay. So this is approximately where we want this to be. Let's bring in this. Look, Mom, no gold. Yeah, there's little tiny bits, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to actually go ahead and put it in. Let me turn it over. And then this goes down. Because this is my center picture. When you have a picture that you want to be able to see all of, you have 2 options. One is to put it in the center of the signature, and it'll just have the threads going through it. The other option would be to fold it and put it, let me grab the other book out. Okay. Say you had 2 relatively plain pages where you're like, oh, I'm not really invested in the music. Like, I'll put it here. This can then be folded gently, glued into the center, and then glued across the pages. So that's your other option. There may be other options, but those are the 2 I'm talking about today. Okay. Put you over here, out of the way. Move you back into the center. Preferably without scuffing everything, but there you go. All right. I'm going to bring this up, gently folding it over. Kind of steadying it. And we're going to take a bone folder. I'm going to fold this down. Now there'll probably be some sort of an ink treatment put in here, like, you know, that little bit of a texturing, but it's also possible that something else will be placed up here. This one is perfect to put something below here to make a pocket. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's see. We're going on 40 minutes. I think I will not put you through sewing this in, and I will end this video for the day. But before I do that really quick, let me just show you a bit of the things that are going to be going into the book as I reach away. Okay, so this is probably going to go as a edge tuck, maybe where there's already paper folded over. This will just go on in the middle of that, or it may go on another page completely. Okay, that's too long, it'll get cut off. It gets cut off somewhere around here, and then I figured, oh, I'll have a little piece I can use as a cluster or something. I have a bit of the cut off paper from the coffee dye. I have these really cute, I don't even know, it doesn't say here, these really cute tags that were in a digital that I purchased at some point. So here's one cut out, so you can kind of see. I'll poke a hole and go from there. So there's going to be lots of flower-oriented things and forest-oriented things, because we think of fairies as living in forests and that kind of thing. So these are going to be pockets. They just need to be folded down. I usually use a scoreboard, but I just wanted to kind of give you a quick show. So once those tabs are folded down, then they get glued in to the corner of a page, and then you have a nice open spacious pocket. But some of the pockets that are going in will just be a flat glue in. So, you know, I've got some fun things. Most of these are animal and not actual fairies, but a few things do have fairies in them. This will be a policy envelope. Here's a fairy house envelope. Here's another, and here's another. So we have some fun things. Lotions and potions, and here's some of the flat pockets. So these don't have those flanges, so that'll just go in, and it'll hold slimmer things. I have this really cute, this again was from a digital download that I purchased somewhere along the way. And then I went through my Tear It Up dictionary, and I found Fae, one page, fairy on another. So I'll work these in somehow, probably use them as a backdrop for something. Make sure that that shows so that if people are looking, they'll find it. And then we have some other fairy things to put in. Actual fairy artwork. I have a couple of things from Pam at the Paper Outpost. And I have a card and this really cute envelope with the fairy put inside. So those will get put in. I have some, I know in the first one I showed you some of the Wallies, the flower fairies. But I did go ahead and steal a whole page out of my Smashed Fairies book so that I could put some Smashed Fairies in as well. And then I have some fun little information to cure a fairy-stricken child. So these things will be tucked in and glued in and that sort of thing. So that's what you're looking for. That's what's coming next. Okay, so hopefully you'll come back and watch the third part. Please make sure that you hit the like button, and if you've enjoyed the content and you're interested, then go ahead and hit the subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notifications, because I'm going to be doing this. You might as well come along for the ride. Okay, have a good one and enjoy your papers.